Hi there, this is Christy with White Flower Bodywork, coming to you today with a topic that came up while discussing therapy with one of my clients. She had come in for treatment. It had been a very long time since she had a massage. There was extreme pain, sciatica, low back, hip, and really wasn't getting any relief through normal therapies with chiropractic or getting any real answers from the doctors. And so she came to me for therapy. We had 1 hour of a session to be able to work through. And I did a full body massage on her because this was our first appointment. And we needed to get a map of the land, so to speak, to see where her body was at this point in time, what was going on, where her body was having issues. So she commented at the end of the massage, and she sent me an email saying that the massage was amazing. It was really relaxing. She really enjoyed the therapy. But for some reason, the pain, the sciatica, became worse that night. And it's been a little bit worse since that therapy. She said she's not sure why this would be, but she wants to go ahead and cancel the appointment. I thought this was a great topic of discussion because this does actually, in fact, come up a lot here at the office. Our bodies put on the issues that we're dealing with, the structural deviations, compensations that we have administered from every time we've sprained our ankle or hurt our knee, worked at a job where we had to be in an awkward position for long hours, had any type of traumas come up to the body. In my ministry education, we are taught that a trauma is considered to be any event that happens upon the body that causes it to respond negatively. So that could be anything from food to an emotion to a bruising to a restriction after an injury. No matter how great or small it is, it's still considered a trauma upon the body. And if something is not done to deal with those traumas, then each one just layers and layers and layers and layers as the months, the years, and the decades progress. Why is this? For each injury you have, your body must compensate to keep from putting the weight through that ankle or to keep from using that wrist after you've injured it, but you still have to go to work today. You'll lock these places out and muscle memory forms. It only takes about 21 days for muscle memory to form in our body. Typically with injuries such as broken bones, sprained ankles, bruised bones, any of these type of traumas, it takes much longer than 3 weeks to heal. So there's a compensation pattern that gets developed and it just stays. Sometimes if we injure our shoulder, the area might swell up and become rigid and we hold and we guard our body really close. And you can see what happens to my shoulder whenever I do that. Well, our body forgets that this is more like a normal position. It gets stuck here. We don't realize this is happening. Once you learn how to eat peas, once you learn how to ride a bicycle, once you learn how to do these things, that's muscle memory pattern. You never have to think about it again. You never have to try to figure out how to get that spoon up to your mouth when you're eating peas. If you have a trauma to the brain or to the nervous system, we have to relearn how to do it again, right? If we were to address each trauma that our body has as we are growing up, these layers would not layer upon us. Each person has a different life experience, whether they played sports, how they handled stress, what their nutrition was, everything, all the components that go in to make up the uniqueness of each human being, right? So their patterns are going to be a little different. We each have hips and shoulders and spines and wrists and elbows, and all of the muscles are connected generally in the same way. So we can see some similarities in patterns as we work upon people throughout the years. So what happened for this patient that she became so inflamed after this therapy? And her comment after the therapy was, but you didn't go deep enough. I really wanted you to go much deeper. And I told her, your body can't handle it. There's so much kinetic energy stored up in that muscle from it just being tight for so many years. How do you get that out in 1 hour? How do you get 40 years of tension patterns and playing softball and rotating your shoulder, being at a desk on a mouse? How do you get that out in 1 hour? You don't. What you do in that hour is you start to open it up. You start to restore some blood flow back into the area because it's all crunched up, right? So if something's contracted, there isn't a whole lot of flow. The interstitial fluids aren't moving, the blood isn't moving, the immune system isn't getting in there, all your nutrition and your oxygen isn't getting in there, and waste is not getting out. It becomes pretty toxic. So a lot of times the first therapy involves just trying to get some blood flow restored to the area. And the tissue begins to heal instantly. As soon as that starving tissue gets some nutrition, gets some oxygen, gets some waste pulled out, the tissue begins healing. So her body came awake. And it said, oh, I'm in trouble. But now she wants to cancel the next appointment, which is where we could actually begin some therapy. But I told this client in her email, let's not cancel your appointment yet. I asked her to listen to what I had to say to her about her therapy and to give us an opportunity to even begin therapy because we haven't gotten there yet. And I told her to email me back. And if she wants to cancel her appointment, it's her therapy, it's her body, we can do that. But I recommended for her to keep it and for her to move forward with her healing. I'm waiting to hear, and I'd like to hear what your thoughts are on this topic, on this subject. Have you had any experience with this? Have you had any issues of seeing chiropractic or having energy work or having a massage or body work, and you have had an experience of it getting worse for a period of time? Let me know below in the comments. Leave me suggestions about future videos or questions that you may have. Those are wonderful. I love getting those type of things from the clients, from the people that I work with, and then I can help and be of service virtually to you. So check out the website, whiteflowerbodywork.com. Also visit and follow on Facebook at White Flower Bodywork, also White Flower Essentials. Also, you may be interested in joining the Holistic Healing Support Group, White Flower Holistic Healing Support Group, also found on Facebook. You can follow on Twitter. And you can also subscribe at the website to receive emails. Be well, be blessed, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much.